The astral energy here is so dense. It's like trying to walk through water.
I know the Great Spirit's will is in the center of Rena, but with the world in this state, the entire planet has become its body, right? So doesn't that mean we're already inside it?
I would say that is horrifyingly correct. After all, the further we climb, the denser the astral energy becomes.
What's the matter, Rinwell? Are you not feeling all right?
No, it's nothing like that. It just feels like the energy here is a little more intense than it was before.
You mean Rena's energy?
Yeah. It's like when I made contact with Dana's will in the wedge. It's almost as though I can understand what Rena's will is thinking.
But Rena's will is supposed to be a lot stronger. Aren't we risking the Great Spirit controlling us if we interact with it directly?
I don't think we have to worry about that. Rena's will is only supposed to control true Renans, like the Helganquil. If we can discern what the Great Spirit is thinking too, we might learn something, a weakness. But just to be safe, let me contact it alone.
Are you insane? Rinwell, you're gonna... Rinwell!
There was only meant to be one world. And your goal is to make them one. Is this fear? What just happened?
Are you all right? Rinwell? Rinwell, are you okay?
No, I'm fine. I think.
What were you thinking? You could have gotten yourself killed!
He's right. You had us all terrified, Rinwell.
I'm sorry. I really am. But I know now. I know how the Great Spirit thinks. I know what it wants, how it feels. Rena's Great Spirit wants to complete the world.
What's that supposed to mean? Are you saying it's trying to make something?
Yes, exactly. Originally, Dana and Rena were meant to be one world. But that never happened. They've stayed separated, and the Great Spirit wants to finish the process.
What do you mean, one world? How is that even possible?
I don't know, but its will is clear. That's what the Great Spirit is trying to accomplish. The only problem is that since Rena's energy isn't evenly spread like Dana's, it seems like it'll vanish before that happens naturally.
So it's trying to absorb Dana while it still can, so that it can force the two planets to unite. Is that what you're saying?
The Great Spirit is scared. But it's not scared the way a rational person would be. It's more raw and undiluted, like just pure fear.
Like an animal, acting out of instinct. Although admittedly, an animal would be easier to communicate with. At the very least, I have my doubts that it recognizes us as sentient beings with a reason for coming here. Earth, water, fire, and wind energy exist in both worlds, but only darkness and light can be found within Rena and Dana, respectively. The Renis Alma, as far as we know, the only host capable of harvesting the astral energy, is composed of all six. Knowing all that, Rinwell's findings do sound plausible.
That sounds a lot like Shion's thorns, doesn't it? The whole reason the Great Spirit is trying to unite Dana and Rena into one world is in order to save itself. And if her thorns are part of the Great Spirit, then they must also be trying to save themselves?
Alphen, what is it?
We thought the only way to free your thorns was for you to die. Yet despite that, they seem to be doing everything in their power to stop that from happening to you. Something wasn't adding up. But then I just realized something. If the Great Spirit doesn't want to die, then neither would your thorns. Those same emotions, that fear, that determination, and its energy must have been the same thing that was keeping you alive. You were its vessel.
In that case, is that why her thorns caused so much pain to anyone who touched her? Because they were trying to protect themselves?
If that's all true, then... well, it's more than a little ironic.
The Great Spirit merely expresses its desires. I imagine it was the Helganquil who were likely tasked with putting together and implementing an actual plan.
Shion.
I'm okay. We need to hurry and clean this mess up before it gets out of hand.
Still, even if the current state of the world is wrong like you said, does that really make everything okay?
If the world had been whole from the start, as it should have been, there'd be no Dana and no Rena, no masters or slaves, no lords, no crown contest, maybe just peace.
To think, all this started because of the Great Spirit's desire to keep living. The only reason it craves energy is because it's dying from starvation. When you think about it like that, maybe the things it's done aren't so strange after all.
If Rena had been more like Dana, things would have worked out a whole lot better.
It's like Hevrect 35 told us. The Danan and Renan spirits are meant to be completely different beings.
Rena's energy amassing in one place led to its developing a powerful will. But that also made it crave energy, sapping Rena dry until it perished.
Whereas Dana's energy is dispersed, meaning its will never developed to the same extent. And without that hunger, Dana the planet was spared.
As for which is correct, well, I'm not sure it's our place to even say. Still, I can't help but think it reminds me a lot of the dichotomy of the human condition.
Dichotomy? What do you mean?
Those who know not satisfaction are driven to keep devouring without limit. But those who are content with their lot in life rarely fulfill their potential. I imagine it's likely that the larger Rena's Great Spirit grew, the more and more powerful its hunger also became.
Everything in moderation. When all's said and done, maybe that's the hardest thing for people to learn.
Healing is what my arts do best. All mine can do is cause havoc and destruction. Now! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
There you go, Alvin!
It's time to end this battle!
I'm right beside you! Glacier here's the evil!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclops! No complaints from me! Way.
Armor won't save you! Crush! Thunder!
In here!
Watch this! I'm not done! Thunderfang! All facing here and
The
now!
flashing part's their weak point.
Take escape! This one's all mine! Infernal punch!
It's weakened!
This thing's mine! You're finished! Thunder!
Here's a healing arm!
Shattering the Talon Storm!
Lunar blast! Astral energy!
Say no more.
Did you see?
Sure did. You were checking out Kisara from behind.
No, I wasn't!
Wherever we go on this planet, there are machines littered everywhere.
It's impressive to look at as a bystander, but I sure wouldn't want to live here with all of this around.
I know what you mean. There are no fish here. I couldn't cook any of my delicious dinners for you all if we lived here.
Clearly the worst point against it.
You're mine! Burn! I'm on!
Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry. I'll do better.
Strike! I'll finish you here and now! Okay, here I come! I'm on! Thunder! I'm on a roll now! Inferno punch! These fists have got your name on them!
Oh, sparkling stars of light! Rain down into your
Water!
I'll stop its charge! Thanks, Kisara!
Thunder Fang!
Here's evil!
I can carve through armor! Explosive ring!
Lancer!
I'm on! Try harder!
I don't feel like my usual self. You alright? Let me handle this one.
So sorry to disappoint you.
That frickin' does it!
The waters of creation!
It's over!
Do it!
In an instant! Impact block!
Lady Fortune must truly be watching over me.
Not today! You're mine! Thunder!
This'll come in handy.
No escape!
Raging storm! The flashing part's their weak point.
Take this! Dazzle! Void flash! Oh! Now I'm real mad! Take this! Chocolate flash!
Immortal by the power of flame!
All vacuum blade! Be still! Void flash!
Get on in there together! Explosion!
Try harder! Not fair! I'm not done! You picked the wrong fight! Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down!
Try this! Now you're talking! Explosive ring! This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Good! I'll leave it to you! Now! Tear you apart!
No more Miss Nice Girl! Lightning condemned! A chain between heaven and earth!
Okay, here I go!
Whirling Dynasty of Lightning!
It's on!
Here I go!
I'm under!
Thunder Blade!
You're mine!
The water
No
of
escape!
creation!
Incineration wave!
Get on in there with the others!
You're mine! Super Dazzle! Burn! Soaring light spear!
Here's a healing to the wind!
I'm not one!
Something's wrong with me.
You just
say the word and I'm there.
I can't believe it's come to this.
All good things come to an end.
Strike! Be still! Slice!
Denied! Swallow dance! Ready and rare!
Here I come!
Now I'm in the groove! It's finished!
Let's do it!
Do it!
Still!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
There you go,
This
Elton!
has got your
It's time
name
to
on
end
him!
this
Now!
battle!
I'm right beside. This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
That'll teach us for getting cocky.
An opponent like this should be easy.
Mine! I was not in your dreams!
Take this!
Between
I'm
heaven
not
and earth!
done!
A wailing band of
Annihilation
lightning!
wave! No escape!
Lightning!
Shockwave!
Get toasty!
Bird strike!
Right, next one!
Here I come!
Already up!
Try harder!
The enemy wields us too.
We'll soon see about that! I'm all stuffed up,
Thunder!
Do it!
We did it!
As impressive as always.
Here I come!
Here I hope that was included.
No, I mean they're even better than her. I've never seen Xion actually look flustered.
Thunder! Pierce through! Splendid fly!
Watch this!
In the wind!
Thrust!
Air thrust! A chain between heaven and earth.
PsS has got your
Charge
name
like
on
that
him!
could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop.
I'm on a roll now!
Will this help?
Thunder!
This one's for you, Dad!
Healing Thunder Field! Purge Malevolence! Arctic Waterfall!
Anything in armor is all mine!
Show me what my art can do! Rise and shine! Now!
Rinwell! Demons descend! Flashing bang!
Remember to tell me if you need healing.
I expect you'll be in high demand if that's the case.
Go no further! Show you what my art can do!
Ignite!
Burning strike! Dance to the wind! Holy land!
Explosive ring!
Talon's ready to go!
You're mine!
Watch this!
You're mine! Vacuum blade!
No more playing nice!
Thunder!
Swallow dance! I'm just getting started!
Healed by the power of lightning can vanish without a break! Thunder blade! A chain between heaven and earth! A wailing Yancy of lightning!
I'm just getting started!
Radiant pierce!
You're mine! No escape! Thunder!
Armor won't save you!
Try this! Explosive ring!
Watch this!
Rattle!
Stay Bolero!
Let's get you out of the
Watch this!
Throwing light spin! This one's all mine!
Holy land!
You picked the wrong fight!
This one's for you, Dad!
Thunder!
Radiant pierce! By the power of flame!
Watch this!
Explosive ring!
Will this help?
Here I come!
Stay Bolero!
You're mine! I'm not done!
I really looks like you got this one covered.
I don't know what I'd do without you.
Perhaps now isn't the time?
I really don't.
Do it! Dohalim! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes.
Not a chance! Thrust!
Lightning orb!
Soaring light spear!
Now!
Kisara, I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life!
Looks like it could be worth something.
No choice!
Let me help.
There!
Eat this!
I'll take you over!
Frickin' does it!
Dragon Shell!
Vacuum blade!
Light dance to the wind!
Incineration wave!
The water's our creation!
No escape! I'm not
Dance,
done!
immortal droplet!
Dazzle!
Now I'm in the groove!
Do it! Rinwell! Astral energy! Full throttle! A flawless victory!
It's on!
Naturally! peasy. Ha hoodle.
No choice. Here I come! I'm not done! Vacuum blade! You're mine! No escape! Thunder!
Now you see what I can do!
Talon sword! Explosive ring! Talon!
I'm on a roll now!
No escape! Take this!
Thunder field!
Hear my call! I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara.
You see what happened there as you crossed me? Shouldn't have done it.
Lightning blade! I'm not...
Eagle fly!
Burn!
I'm on a roll now!
Shockwave slash!
It's time! Ha! Watch me soar! Heavenly Crimson Blossom! Super
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Well then, I should probably think about tonight's menu.
So those thorns of Shion's, they're really a part of Rena's great spirit?
Most likely. But only a small fragment of it in the big picture. I don't sense a will of its own emanating from them.
If it's that insignificant, is there that much point getting rid of it?